Irish Indian gay, more labels than a Bangladeshi sweatshop. Oh, Primark fans.
Who likes Disney movies? Yay! I like Disney movies, but I have issues with Cinderella. I think that it's a great story. There's subjects at play like class and domestic abuse and sexism, but there's a part that's always glossed over in every version I've ever seen, and it always bugs me. So if I'd written Cinderella, it wouldn't even be called Cinderella. It would be called Mice Get Turned into Horses! Featuring Cinderella.
I'm really trying to get over my ex though. I went on a date last week and this guy was like, hey, I like you. Do you want to come over, watch Netflix and chill? I was like, I don't do Netflix and chill dates. I know what American men want. But if you have Amazon Prime, I'm up for casual sex. I did this joke the other day at a show, and after the show, this guy came to me and he was like, hey, I have Amazon Prime. I was like, this is a very old joke. I'm on Disney Plus now.
I quit my office job like right before the pandemic to do stand-up full time. Yeah, woo, no, nah woo. Because I made a big deal about it too. I went on LinkedIn, I was like, just quit my job today. Best decision ever. Follow your dreams no matter what. Then the pandemic hit. I went back on LinkedIn like a hoe trying to come back to her sugar daddy. You know, hey, who's hiring?
Hi, I'm Marcus, and I'm the idiot on the comedy circuit. I've asked a group of comedians some questions on how to start and succeed in the world of stand-up comedy. Subscribe to this channel to see what their answers were, as well as to chart my progress on stage, be it crushing or crashing. More likely the latter than the former. You can also follow my progress on social media. I am ION Comedy on Twitter and ION Comedy Circuit on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Here is today's video.
Okay, the most common misconception of stand-up comedy is that comedians are fun in real life. That they're funny people, you know. Tell me a joke. Never ask a comedian to tell you a joke. You know what I mean? It's the worst possible. We go through life just praying that no one will want us to be funny in the moment. Some people are funny, but like, you know, and I know a lot of comedians who I really love hanging out with. And I think I've even known some comedians that like, I remember one comedian friend of mine talking about another comedian friend of mine going like, if he had been as funny as he was backstage, on stage, he would have gotten, you know, the whole roof would have come off, you know? So you never know. But I think the biggest misconception, I think, is that like stand-up comedians are in some way some kind of special breed of good person, whereas really we're all quite flawed and shy and scared. You know, I think we're all scared all the time. I think people think that you go up on stage and go like that, you're like full of confidence, you know what I mean? And really it's like desperation. It's like, ah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you need to pee and, you know, take a poo before, you know, your body feels like you're being chased by a fox. You know, it's a, you know, if you're a shrew. I'm not saying I'm like a man being chased by a fox. That would be pretty, I mean, come on, we've had them under the heel for years now. I don't know why I would say that. Yeah, I'd say that would be the most common misconception, is that somehow comedians are in some way more confident or more mentally sound and kind of, you know, fun, really. Like, no, if I meet you in a bar, I just want to sit and drink and talk to you, and really I just want a hug. Just somebody give me a hug, you know. That's all we want, really.
Misconceptions about doing comedy. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people saying comedians are depressed people, sad people. I don't think we are. I'm a normal human being, you know. I'm not sad. But it does affect you when you do comedy. It just, you're putting out so many emotions, so many opinions out on stage that when you come back home, it's just, you are a little low and you don't want to be around people, but that is also just for time being. And you learn it, with time, with years passing. And yeah, that is what I think one of the misconceptions I read somewhere was weird, because I'm not a depressed person. And it's helped me a lot. Comedy has helped me a lot in, it's kind of therapy, not really, but still it tells you to get your emotions out. And you're talking about breakup, you're talking about sad things because you have to make it funny. So it helps you, actually. I don't know if I answered your question, did I?
Wow, that's a really good question. The biggest misconception, I mean, I think there's this misconception that like comedians are like depressed people or whatever. Like you need to be like sad to, or like, you know, comedy is pain plus time or something like that. I think a lot of times like comedians have normal emotions like anyone else, but they're just really good at expressing them on stage, and they're not scared of being vulnerable, while others kind of hold it in. But I think it's kind of a misconception to think that like, you're a comedian, so you must be depressed or something like that.
I think a common misconception is that it's easy, that you do different material every night, that you just jump up on stage and you tell a story. No, it's work. It is a massive amount of work. And honestly, I think it's the best acting in the world. I didn't realize before doing stand-up, but everything is planned. Generally, everything is premeditated. That slip of a tongue, that fall you might do, making it seem so natural. All of that is work. And I think the biggest misconception is that it's so easy that you can tell a story in a pub and just, oh, stand-up is like doing that on stage. No, it's a completely different deal, a completely different joke. But saying that, I also don't think you can put into words the high you get from making a room full of people laugh. Like, it's honestly the best drug out there. So, although it's a lot of work, it is something very magical.
And that was today's video. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the notification bell to be prompted when a new video comes out. And don't forget to follow me on social media, ION Comedy on Twitter and ION Comedy Circuit on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Okay, bye-bye.